I'm driving and I'm thinking about history. I do a lot of my thinking while I'm driving. Something that you do and your mind just kind of wanders. But what I have to say about history is, given that everything that's going on in the world right now, people who study and appreciate history understand what's at stake. Beside me is sitting the book Ordinary Men. I've been very reluctant to read it, mostly because I know what happened when I read Iris Chang's Rape of Nanking. It really didn't sit well with me at all, that people were capable of being so brutal, so remorseless. And it really did just kind of, it messed with my head a little bit. So, understandably, I didn't want to read this book. Going back to what's at stake now, I don't think it's worth a risking. I don't think that human life is worth risking the potential for those extremes. Regardless of how justified a political party might be, no matter how right people think they might be, to me it's not worth it. I would much rather have things stay the way they are, functionally dysfunctional, rather than let it disintegrate into the chaos that humans are capable of inflicting upon themselves. I've wanted to write my thoughts on that one picture from the Second World War. It was, it's actually kind of a haunting picture if you think about it. It's a German soldier holding a rifle, about to shoot a mom holding her kid. And that picture is effective in that it conveys not just the emotion of the moment, but the dire warning to the future of what happens when you let people go too far. When you give people what's the word I'm looking for? The ability to be completely unrestricted in their actions. I don't want that. I don't want that for anybody. I can't think of a single person or a cause that would justify that kind of behavior. So, that's my thoughts. That students of history are usually the ones that fully understand what we're capable of doing to ourselves or to each other. And we're the ones that are nervous when it comes to ideology and fanaticism. That kind of leads me into another thought that I had about fanaticism. That's the problem with fanatics, is in their minds, they are completely justified. They are completely without fault. There was a garbage song. What was it? I can't remember it off the top of my head. I will kill for you. What was the name of that song? But the idea of the song was basically of a stalker. It was from the perspective of a stalker who just felt that person, the target of their affection, was just so pure in existence. And just like with stalkers, they don't see, fanatics don't see, political fanatics, religious fanatics, to me it doesn't really matter. It's the same thing. It's this complete absolution in ideology, this completeness, really. The idea makes them whole, and they can't imagine being wrong, just like they can't imagine being partial. So, I don't know. You know, we're in strange times. We are in very, very strange times. I wish it didn't have to be like this. But at the same time, you know, students of history, we look back on periods of time and we go, oh man, wouldn't it be great to have been alive 75 years ago today and standing on the deck of the USS Missouri, witnessing history, witnessing the end of the Second World War. But at the time, most of those guys just wanted to go home. They really didn't give a crap about what was going to be in the history books or how momentous that occasion was. All they wanted to do was go home and put the fighting behind them, put the conflict behind them, just move on. Go back to some semblance of normalcy. So, yeah, we as students of history, some of us, myself at least, you know, we marvel at the past, but we wouldn't want to live in that as a present. So, while it's very interesting times, you also have the saying that if things are going to happen, and I've heard this from a lot of people, if things are going to happen the way that they think it is, let it be in their time so that their kids don't have to deal with it. You know, we do so much in the name of our kids. We serve overseas, we vote, we contend with miserable jobs, we do all sorts of stuff in the almighty name of our kids. You know, so they can have the opportunities that we don't have. Well, in a way, you could say the same thing. You could say that those of us who feel this way about things, we feel very strongly about it because we would rather have it happen in our time where we can maybe make the future a better place for our kids. Now, do not misconstrue that for being an advocate of civil disorder or civil war or any kind of conflict or any kind of ism, any kind of whatever. That is definitely not the case. I would much rather have things be normal, you know? But what I want, what this guy wants, and what the world gives aren't exactly the same things. So we do the best with what we can with the information at hand for an outcome that is desirable. Maybe a lot of these people causing all these problems, maybe because they don't have kids, maybe because they have a very myopic view of existence. Me, gimme, or whatever. Maybe that's part of their problem. Maybe they are all out with nothing to lose because they don't have anything to lose. Hope that's not the case. Might be. I could be wrong about a lot of things. And some things I really hope I am wrong about. Like cautious merging. So, I don't know. You know, we'll see. Kind of excited. Kind of terrified at the same time, but my insane curiosity overrides everything. And hopefully it does for you too. Hopefully these videos find you safe. Maybe I'll do more of them. I don't know. We'll see.